So if I showed these dish towels to a group of Catholic friends or family, and I told them that I was having a huge moral dilemma internally over them, I think that there would be two different trains of thought. On one hand, someone might say, "Oh, what a cute little kitten, that's harmless. Why are you worrying?" On the other hand, someone might say, "I understand why you're having that spiritual dilemma," and they would probably encourage me to throw these away. So what am I supposed to do? Okay, so the hot topic right now is Halloween. And I know a lot of Catholics are left wondering, should we celebrate it? What's the deal? Is it right? Is it wrong? What do we do? A few other Catholics that I watch here on YouTube have weighed in on their opinion on Halloween, what they think, and have shared some great resources on what the church teaches. And as I came across these videos and as I've been coming across different links to articles and viewpoints, I've been trying to formulate my view about Halloween. So this will not be as much of a historical teaching style video as it is my personal experience and thoughts as a mom. Okay, I'm back and with the baby. Growing up, my family always celebrated Halloween, and so did my husband's family. Both of us were born and raised Catholic. So growing up, we didn't think much of Halloween being a bad thing. Obviously, through the years, I knew that some people were into witchcraft and wizardry and some bad elements of Halloween that we as Catholics did not believe in. But I just thought that that was a whole separate thing, and I didn't really connect it too much to Halloween the way that I knew it and celebrated it. I loved dressing up and getting to wear a costume and being creative with that, but I was never a big fan of candy, believe it or not, as a kid. Okay, so continuing on, I never thought twice about whether Halloween in and of itself was morally right or wrong to celebrate until I noticed around Halloween time a lot of the very devout families, particularly the ones with several children, I noticed they dressed up all their children as saints, even on Halloween, and they celebrated All Saints Day. And I would see things come up on Facebook where they would have a picture of all their kids and they'd talk about their All Saints Day celebrations, and it didn't seem like they were very into Halloween. And I thought, wow, that's interesting and cool, but I just had never seen that before. Everyone I knew didn't think twice about Halloween. Then I became a mom, and I'm telling you, something happens when you become a parent where you just think of the world so differently. So the thought crossed my mind once I got married about Halloween, how we wanted to celebrate it. This past year in general, my husband and I have been a lot more diligent about communicating with one another and praying both independently and together about our views and how we want to celebrate certain holidays and occasions, not just Halloween, but everything across the board, because we've been having some, I guess, issues, you would say, with how we want to balance our family life, our extended family life, with our nuclear family life when it comes to holidays and festivities. Now, a lot of our extended family members, though several of them are Catholics, some of them are not, and a lot of them are very caught up in things other than Christ being the center of any of our celebrations, which presents a challenge to us, for we want to teach our children that Christ is the center of our lives. And when our extended family's actions are not supporting that, it presents a challenge for us, and it has been very difficult in so many ways. Luckily the two boys are young, but it's hard, and it's been something we've had to deal with and discuss and try to figure out and be on the same page for. So anyway, so we've been talking about Halloween, and like I said at the beginning of this video, I feel like there are two trains of thought. There's one side where people say that the origins have some Catholic meaning to them. Christ was victorious over death. So why should we be scared of, anything scary or death related? Hard to film a video and hold a baby at the same time. But if I don't hold him, I'll never get this video done. And the other school of thought is that Halloween has demonic and evil roots to it, and that it was this pagan holiday, and that we are just glossing over the fact that there's so many evil elements of it, and why should we celebrate these evil things? So here's where I'm at. I'm a Catholic, I'm a mom, I'm in my 20s, just trying to figure everything out. I'm filming! Is that funny to you? I'm not perfect, but I'd like to strive for holiness, and I'd like to get to heaven, right? Oh, he's smiling. Yes, let's get to heaven. Will I ever finish this video? I do not know. So here's where I'm at this year. And I don't think I have to make this giant decision that I have to commit to for all of eternity, and that all of my children will always have to follow forever and ever and ever. I think we take it year by year, we share with them where we're at, what we've decided, and that's what we do. So with that said, for this year, considering the different historical origins and everything that we've looked up and figured out thus far, we have decided we will let our kids dress up as non-scary, evil, witchcrafty type things, something that is appropriate and modest. So we will let our kids dress up in a costume. We will dress up in a costume probably because it's fun. And we'll let our kids trick-or-treat a little bit to a few houses. We'd like to just keep it kind of minimal, light and fun. Regarding pumpkins, I've looked up the origins of carving pumpkins. From everything I've read, it seems that the main purpose is to ward off evil spirits. Not that I'm saying that that's what it'll do, but I don't want evil spirits here, so I'm fine with something that has origins of that, and it's fun to do, which is more of why I would carve a pumpkin, just to be fun and silly and traditional, So I'm okay with the pumpkins, pumpkin carving, going to the pumpkin patch, doing fall festivities. Totally cool with that. The black cat thing that I was saying at the beginning of the video with these napkins is where I'm a little bit torn, because originally I thought, okay, I'm looking at this napkin that I had. This is cute, this is fun, this is harmless. It's a little kitty with a little hat and a broom. But then I looked up the origin of the black cat, and it's just hard because different websites do say different things. But what I've read is that, usually the black cats are kind of a bad omen, and they're associated with witches that turn into cats, I guess. So with that, I just don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing. I know you look at it, it's cute, it's fun, it's harmless, but I also don't want any evil or negative associations in my house and in my life if I can avoid it. I just don't. Even though I think it's super cute looking and super fun, if it's something that is going to represent that, I don't want it. Not that I think anybody would come over and see that towel and think, wow, that has such a negative association. I really don't think anybody would think much of it, but I don't want it in my house and in my life if it's remotely evil. I'm not saying that it is, but I'm saying I don't know. And if I don't know, should I have something like that around, even if it's cute in the eyes of the world? I don't know. So yeah, and then I've just kind of been looking up elements piece by piece: ghosts, skeletons, vampires, bats, spider webs, spiders, and just kind of researching what do they mean, where do they come from, why are we decorating with them. And I mean, really, all in all, the Catholic Church does not teach that Halloween in and of itself is all in all bad or evil or prohibited. Where there could be issues are with how you're celebrating it. Your manner of dress, your manner of participation, your motives. That's where you could really bring some serious sin into your life in powerful ways. Look at that smile. I'm getting these on here. And in discussing things with my husband, particularly focused on this year alone, we are going to try something new for us, new for our families and new for our family together, and place our emphasis on All Saints Day. Growing up, All Saints Day was not a big celebration. We didn't do anything to celebrate other than go to Mass. And even that was like, oh yeah, we have to go to Mass today. Okay, Dad. It wasn't this big, joyous festivity for me, and I don't think it was for my husband either. So for us, we want to emphasize this holiday and we want to celebrate it. It's a feast day. We can have fun with it. And that's what we're going to do. Attempt to do. So we'll see. So with that said, I went online and I have found some really cool things. So I'd like to try it out this year, see what it's like to really place our emphasis on All Saints Day and see how it goes. So I'll take you along with me on that journey. I'll share with you some of my ideas and what I'm thinking. Hopefully that can give you some ideas on how to emphasize the things that matter in our faith and in our family. So that's what I've concluded this year. Taking it year by year, not making this giant declaration and not totally going from celebrating and being okay with Halloween to completely shutting it out, because I think that would be extreme. It's just year by year for right now, and this year we want to try to emphasize All Saints Day, and that's the day that we're really going to be celebrating at the end of the month. Well, beginning of next month. Right, bud? Oh, yeah. You agreed. So there you have it. No giant answer or anything like that, but that's what I'm doing. Hopefully that helps you out somehow, gives you some ideas, and I'm curious what you think about this topic. I know that some people are very serious about their opinion, and that's okay. Just be as kind as you can. And for me, I am struggling with this. I don't know which side to truly take. I know that the church does not teach that it's wrong, but it can be taken in a wrong way. But then I also don't want to associate with anything negative or scary or evil, so it's difficult. But in terms of my celebrations of Halloween this year, or All Hallows Eve as my stepdad likes to call it, we're going to be doing a lot of pumpkins and a lot of the color orange, and my kids will be dressing up in costumes. Thank you as always for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see my future videos touching upon what we end up doing for All Saints Day, my ideas. See you in the next video.